I messed it up. I think I did. Was that an O or a 0? You played Arena on release. Oh wow, I have Arena. I've only done the tutorial and that took me... It's all zeros. Oh, I see. It took me 3 hours just to get out. I was streaming, so obviously I was talking a lot. And Colex, thank you so much for the follow as well. Guys, you... Oh, I see I have a thingy there. We can play slots. Yeah, I couldn't go much further, especially when I think... That's annoying. Almost perfect. When I think that Daggerfall is really truly a more modern version of Arena. You don't have the story, obviously. You're a decidedly older gamer. Fine, fine. Okay. This guy. We sort of suspect someone will show up around midnight. So I'm sort of patrolling the street. It better be fine. Yes. So why is Morrowind your favorite if you haven't even started with it? Because it is my favorite, but I'm also well aware of the nostalgia effect. Even though I enjoy others, including Daggerfall, to some extent Morrowind. Do you know something? You do not. 11:30. I really think midnight should be the time. I don't want to go too far from this spot. But also we're supposed to get a journal update when we are at the right place at the right time. We'll see. Morrowind, Daggerfall, Oblivion, Arena, Skyrim. And Morrowind first, definitely. Daggerfall second. It's just, to me, Daggerfall is a completely different game. You know, in terms of how you play, it's completely different. Like, I enjoy it, but I find it hard to compare it with the next titles, because it's just not the same gameplay. Oh, come on! Why don't you tell me about your secret meeting? Morrowind has just the right mix of open worldness, story, engaging side quest. Yes, and very moddable. I do like to mod the game. This particular one is not too heavily modded, but I tend to go overboard. It's 5 minutes to midnight. Come on. Have you tried Daggerfall Unity? Yes, absolutely. And it's truly amazing. It's gorgeous. Daggerfall Unity is gorgeous. It's also very easy to mod. It's still the game. It's still the game as you know it, the base game, but simply... Oh, let's follow this guy. It's midnight and 1 minute. Okay. Okay. I must say that even the texture replacers are a nice improvement. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, okay. That's alright. Don't mind me. My journal has been updated. Good. I spotted Tholdren Oran meeting with Sharapu Ules late at night. They clearly did not want to be seen. I don't know. And were very secretive about something. Let's follow this guy. See, when I saw him sneaking last time... Oh, there we go. They are being so secretive. Okay, let's get ready for this. I say, let's charge my weapon. Try to. Thank you. Let's poison our blade. Kilgore, thank you so much for the follow on top of the host. And now we get ready to confront those idiots. You want to say nothing, and you want to say nothing. Now, do I go away with the information that Tholdren Oran is probably the guy we're looking for and I confront him later on? Because right now, neither of them... Oh, meeting's over. The meeting is over. The window to see those two. I'm gonna follow him. The window to see those two is actually 20 minutes in game.
I will listen.
You're done? Okay. Stay out of my way. Nothing? Apparently no. Let's try the second guy. If none of them is going to say anything, I'm... crap, I've lost him. That's not him, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, let's wait until morning. I'm very thirsty. And hungry. Okay, it's 6 in the morning. Still a bit too soon to talk to this guy, I guess. So, sorry, biting my lip. So, Kilgore, are you planning on doing a Morrowind run sometime soon? You know, talking about the game. Doesn't that make you want to play it a bit? I've lost the other guy. Not at the moment. Fair enough. There he is. I think for most people, Morrowind is the sort of game that either you play all the time, or it's the sort of game that you kind of come back to eventually. I'm gonna give you another 2 hours to decide to talk to me. If you don't talk to me, I'm gonna have to kill him. I'm just afraid that if I kill him, I'm gonna break the quest. Or should I just report to Bitterblade? It doesn't tell me really if I should be investigating some more or just reporting my findings. Yeah, none of them is gonna talk to me. I'm gonna play it safe and report my findings to the Twin Lamps and see how it goes. I stream on GOG's Twitch channel as well. And I did a complete playthrough of Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind and Oblivion with all the DLC a while ago. Oh, Frenchman, bonjour. I'm not sure you're actually French, but bienvenue. That is very cool. Did you go for the main quest only? Or just, like, did you have a specific goal? Because they're the sort of game, let's face it, you never really truly finish playing it. The only way to kind of feel like you've played it is to finish the main quest. And I'm not sure that Daggerfall, the main quest, is the most fun thing about it. Same thing for Oblivion, actually. Yeah, you did the main stories. That makes sense. And Oblivion, yeah, the main quest, yeah, I guess. I'm assuming these were vanilla runs, because the point was to showcase the games themselves. Who? What? Nothing. All right. Let's go to the Twin Lamp. I believe they are right here. It's not that far if we run quickly and don't get attacked by stupid creatures. Especially not some very high level ones. We'll see. You modded the crap out of Morrowind and Oblivion. Nice. Nice. Was that an open Morrowind install? Let's go. So what is the focus when you mod? Is it based on the original version, you're answering all the right questions with the right answer? Hello? Poor. You're supposed to meet your business partner. Have you thought about looking below? Partner Vanjira and I were going to do some business in Molag Mar. I was detained though, and it seems she's gone ahead without me. I'm a bit surprised because it's a fairly dangerous trip. Tell me more. I've heard the road there is populated by dangerous creatures. I've killed all the mud crabs. You're safe. And I fear I can't make it alone. Perhaps you'd be willing to escort me? Sorry, I really don't have time right now. And you're a Dunmer. No, you're not. I would help you, but I don't have time. Also, I think Shivering Isles is one of the greatest DLC ever released. I do agree. For me, Oblivion shines with the Shivering Isles. I would say also the Dark Brotherhood, but I have not played the Dark Brotherhood. I never managed to get a character dark enough to my taste to play the Dark Brotherhood. One day, for sure. Let's put this back on. But everyone that I've ever talked to about Oblivion love the Dark Brotherhood. And then looking at the number of memes, you sort of go, Shivering Isles, I agree. I have not completed it because I died because we did permadeath and then I died. He's a fascinating psychopath. It's just the right amount of, sure, psychopath, but also entertaining, right? And not outward, not completely... This is Vivek over there. Not a hateful character either. That's the thing. The thing is, the fact that he's not a hateful, completely hateful character, at least. Though I do feel a lot of the time the villains of the is charming, logical and playful, exactly. Everything you could ever ask for. I think a lot of the time the villains of the story, not perfectly aligned here, the villains are often more interesting than the heroes. Oh no, you wanted to know about the strategy. I need to talk to Bitterblade. I hope he's gonna have an update for me. Otherwise, the only thing I can think of is killing those two guys, but without having confirmation that one of them is Marcian. Hey, Tiras. About Marcian. Yeah. I don't know how to confront either of the Dunmers. Should I tell them some more? See what they do? For now, day or night, they have nothing to tell me. I suppose I could wait until the next evening because I did get the quest update about the meeting. Alright, let's see if we have some other quest. Because I don't want to just spend the whole time in Saran. So what do we still have? We do have some Nirnroot and we could find out about that. I don't have a Limeware Cup. I don't want to help these guys. They're all Dunmers. Dunmers having problems with Dunmers. It's not my problem. Fighters Guild. Since we find out that they work with a Camonna Tong, we want nothing to do with them. House Lalu Exterminators. We need to go to St. Olms to kill some rats. I suppose we could do that. I do want to progress with House Lalu because eventually they're gonna ask me to get rid of Dren, and that's our ultimate goal. We do need to go back to Caldera to get some more orders from the guy. You know, the guy. We know about that. Margan, that's a quest for the Mages Guild. We have very little interest in the Mages Guild. We don't care about that. I mean, yeah, they were killing Outlanders too. We could try to do that. Strike at the Camonna Tong. We need to report our success on killing everyone in the No-Name Club. We have not finished the Plumed Mountain. We still have the boss to kill. Prof, is it worth going back for the, like, I mean, it is worth in general, but is it particularly interesting for my character to go back to the Plumed Mountain and destroy the boss? I think we're level 16, so we should be able to deal with the boss. And I'm not saying that because Piano was level 8 and did it, okay? But like, if the reward is something particularly useful for our character, then it would be worth going back. This I still don't know where it's hidden. Noti, we don't have the skills to open that chest just yet. I believe I have one of those. I suppose I could go and talk to Imkalaya about the strategy. And this is what we're doing right now. Not earth-shattering treasures. Yeah, it doesn't have to be earth-shattering, just useful for the character we're playing. I'm guessing the boss is actually a mage sort of character. So I'm not sure what is the best. Just general loot. Alright, so if we are around there, definitely we'll have a look. But BRB, no problem, Kilgore. I would like to find Ozar. I don't know where I've lost him. And Ozar is my best means of transport, you know. We're close to Vivek, so let's have a look. In particular, I would like to get some training. I do have quite a bit of money, and I would really like to improve my restoration so we can heal ourselves, you know, more consistently. Where is my restoration? Is it a minor skill? No. There it is. Ooh. It's actually not bad at all. 30. Not bad at all. I thought it was way worse than that. So we can leave it at that. Might be a good idea to get some intervention spell as well. I know that an intervention is pretty desperate measure, but it's good to have the option to use a desperate measure. Can I get some good training in Vivek? I'm not really sure where to go. The arena, I'm gonna have fighters training, mages guild, but I'm more interested in, you know, thief oriented training. Especially security. Come on, 2 points away for security from 40. I think when my security reaches 40, I can actually use a lockpick to free the slaves, so that would be pretty useful. I'm not gonna get good training here, I don't think. Let's go to Balmora. I know, you're like, oh, Balmora again, but let's face it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Caravaneer is on a cigarette break or something. That is not very good work ethic. Sorry, I had to go round. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and the guy is taking a break. I do not want a treasure map, but the mark spot is in Molag Amor. It's to the northeast. Let's go treasure hunting. I don't have a particular quest right now. Let's go treasure hunting. Molag Amor northeast. Is that the correct one? Yeah, because the first one was on the Azores coast. Okay. We're gonna get ourselves a treasure. Actually, I know how I can get to the Molag Amor quite quickly. Like so. I mean, that's close to the ruin, but Molag Amor, here we go. still any ley lines. Don't worry, it's perfectly normal. This is still the Azores coast. No way! Gizmo doesn't know how to recall to me when I use recall. He's an older companion. Still not that old. So Gizmo is in Vivek. I just need to remember that. Still the Azores coast. I suppose if I go further north and west. Here we go. No, still Uzura. Different cell, but still the same region. Now we've made it to this horrible, horrible place. Margan? More like Mar. So we want to go further north, I believe. Northeast. Okay. I would have gone, you know, northwest, but sorry about that. There's a truck driving past, or something cleaning the street, I think. It is really already very hot. Okay, we're back. No, it's not a Hoover. It's I think it's something cleaning the curb in the streets. And we have an earthquake. No problem. So now I am actually going back towards the plumed mountain, looking for my treasure. The marked spot is to the north. North we go. First mod of Morrowind every time cut down on the number of cliff freaking racers. Well, Kilgore, I kind of did. Not the opposite. It's not the opposite, but I made a mod where it does two things. It doesn't increase the number of cliff racers, but it increases the types of cliff racers. So, yeah. Yeah. You don't have more of them, but you have a greater variety, so they look different, and some of them are particularly fast, others are particularly full of diseases, and others are particularly strong. The good news is, do I have it here actually? I don't think I kept it because it's not something I really care about. No, the good thing is, after you've killed a number of them, they just go extinct. Is it me or that? That's a statue? What is this shrine? It's not Almalexia shrine, is it? You know, the one in Mount Asarara? You're blighted. You look blighted. So you were an ash scrib. Not blighted, but as good. Yeah, so not reduce them. Right. Cephas, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. So what is this place? Shrine of Saint Felm. Sure, heal. Any update on our treasure? Northeast, gotcha. There's still a chance that it's so wrong. I couldn't what? Get a blessing from Saint Films? To be fair, I shouldn't have, because that guy is a Dunmer saint and we hate them. As an Argonian escaped slave. We're peckish, tired and hot. There, hot, sure, I can remove some stuff, but that's it. On release, you couldn't walk 10 meters without getting attacked by cliff races. It's quite horrible, but what I've done with this installed, creatures are completely deleveled. Meaning, you know, when you start the game, what can you see on the Bitter Coast? It's either a rat, a mud crab, or a cliff racer. That's it. There might be another one. Scrib are possible. Crama foragers maybe. But anyway, if you don't delevel your list, that the number of creatures that you can see in a region at a given time is very, very reduced. So between the stuff that Rebirth adds, it does add a few new creatures. I think the Ash Scrib that we killed was one. The fact that it's completely deleveled, I do see a greater amount of creatures than, you know, in vanilla when we have so many cliff racers. This looks like a path or a valley of some kind. I do have a lot of cliff racers though. That is very true. But that's okay, one day they'll be gone. Northeast still. And let's stop sneaking. I know my stamina is gonna go down very quickly, but come on. Like floating, and I'm sure this is not a conflict, this is just sorry, I typed Rebirth instead of Ori. This is a vanilla tree, but I'm guessing Rebirth has modified the landscape and now the tree is floating. Have you played Rebirth? Nice to meet you, I'll be back. Well, lovely to meet you too. Always a pleasure to talk with someone who likes the Elder Scrolls as much as Rebirth. No. Is it like you haven't tried it, or you... yeah. I prefer without, but at the same time I also prefer to play a mod. You just use overhaul. Well, Rebirth is a massive overhaul. Massive, massive, massive. Okay, but I like to play the mod, so then I can have an informed opinion about it. Do we have to go even further north? How far is that treasure? Like, soon we're gonna get... oh. We're gonna get to the Grazeland. There might be a rat or a Crama forager following me, but I cannot see yet. Morrowind Overhaul 3. Do you mean the graphic and sound overhaul? In which case I would really recommend Caution. There's a good number of issues with it. There's the thing that was attacking me. There's a number of issues with it. Maybe that's not it if you say it fixes bugs, because graphic and sound overhaul adds a problem. So, nice in a fork. It's not exactly Aquaman, but here's the thinking behind it. We're an escaped slave, so we didn't have any formal military training, obviously. However, we were working on the field, so you know we did use pitchforks, so we feel right at home with that. And on top of that, this particular weapon gives me constant water breathing, and you're thinking, well, you're an Argonian, you don't need that. We do, because Rebirth decided that Argonians shouldn't have water breathing. So now balance is restored. My Argonian has water breathing and uses a deadly pitchfork. The problem with third person is I fight really, really badly, like worse than normally. So I don't run around in third person, mostly because I find it hard to pick up things and do anything. So yeah. Oh, but I can do a ninja attack for you with the, there we go, with the mod that we have on. I do extra damage. I mean, the spear on itself, when you do a thrust attack, that's when you do the most damage, right? So thrusting with the spear is the best form of attack, and also with the combat mods that we have, if you do a forward attack, you have a chance of doing critical damage. If you do a side attack, you have a chance of dodging. And what else? Oh, if you jump and you do a falling down attack, you do more damage. So every once in a while, against very weak creatures, I do a ninja attack and feel very pleased with myself. True story. Can I read my treasure map now? I still cannot. Oh. Might have something to do with that cliff racer. Well, that was a jumping attack. Come on, Cliffy. You know I don't have anything ranged. Don't make me. Honestly, I'm surprised there is no other martial art, sorry, involving a straight up shovel. No. Though the shovel is, I mean, the qualities of a shovel as a weapon. With the side of it, you can smack someone real good. You can even, you know, just like that, but then it's a bit hard to, you know, pull it out. I don't know, also maybe it's a bit too light. Come on, Cliff Racer. You want to play? Come closer. Okay. Do I have a scroll or something? It's a bit annoying because, there we go, that will work, but it's such a nice scroll. I would rather keep it for emergencies. But let's you're officially off to bed. Have a good night, and thanks again for the host, really appreciate it. And I'll see you around, definitely, especially if you play all the games. That sounds like my cup of tea. That was not enough to kill it, but at least that was enough to anger it. Okay, Corpus Cliff Racer, that's one of mine. It is. Thank you. Can I read my treasure map now? Yes, I can. The mark spot is to the east. East we go. I play PC game mainly pre-2005, mostly from the 90s. Such a good time. I mean, again, maybe the nostalgia speaking. Yeah, that's okay, I managed to read that. Fun fact, Jude, the dude that at the very start canonically is a saint of Morrowind for killing all the cliff races. Yeah! I can see my treasure! I know Kurbachev. Let me just show you something real quick that I did not a long time ago. That's my blog, and I like to make challenges, and I made, bye Kilgore, see you around. I made a Geobe challenge. They were great games, agreed. So you need to play as a one-eyed Boldarmer male, as an assassin, but you do not join the guilds because Geobe was a freelance assassin, but he's reformed. So that's the things you must do. You have some mods that make that more interesting, like you can create skooma, you can get addicted to skooma. Second lure information we know, he wanted to make up for his dark past, and he wanted to be good and decided to kill the cliff racers. So we do not kill people unless we defend ourselves, and we don't taunt them either, because, you know, we want to help them, not kill them. And we need to kill all the cliff racers, which you can do with mods. That's mine. But cliff racers is this one is good too. More simple, but it definitely does the job. Third thing we know, it took him years to hunt them down, and he was traveling on a Silstrider. Therefore, for a Saint Geob challenge, you would travel only on foot or by Silk Strider, and well, you don't want to be a complete heretic because Vivek wouldn't be able to canonize you, you know, if you were an heretic. Then we also know that later on, Geob, while he was writing his memories, he was actually captured, soul trapped by a Dremora, was it? I think so. But anyway, you were writing, so you need to collect pieces of paper. That's the thing. Because you end up being soul trapped by a Dremora, one of the challenges for this is that you don't use soul gems at all. So that's how you play the Geob challenge, and that's how you win it. So yes, we know Geob. He's a cool guy. We occasionally have him as a companion, so we help him in his quest, which is fun. You know, to not be the main character, but to be the one helping soon-to-be saint and hero of Vardenfell. Looking forward to playing the Geob challenge, but then again we have a few challenges right now. That's what we're doing is the Escaped Slave challenge. We have recently finished the Harry Potter challenge. We could try a Fargoth challenge again. That could be fun. I'll just plop the link in the chat if you want to check. There's a whole bunch of things. The challenges are fun, I like them. There's also some mod list and tutorial on how to mod your game. All kinds of things. End of the parenthesis, let's go get my treasure, which is in the sky. Now, I wonder if the script that spawns the chest is not very precise, or if Rebirth has modified the landscape this much. It honestly could be either, or even a bit of both. I have a sword of heaven, that lets me levitate because I am not a mage. Hopefully it will be enough. I'm watching the icon. Treasure time. We get adamantium war axe. I would rather get some adamantium. Nordic silver, meh. Nordic silver claymore, but hang on, this is crazy valuable. Hoo hoo hoo. We take the potions, you never know, can be useful. Limeware platter. If it was Rebirth, there would probably be grass in the sky too. Fair point, fair point. Even though Molagamor is not, you know, it doesn't have a lot of grass. But I think I've already had a chest that was floating, so it's more likely the mod. Sure, we can take that. Now, I was thinking about the limeware platter. In vanilla, it's worth 500, 600, 700. It's worth a couple, more than a couple hundred. So Rebirth decreases its value because it's OP, fair enough. But it also replaces the limeware platter that you can get at the beginning of the game. Why both? Like, either you replace the limeware platters that you can get, it also replaces the one at Galbadiers. So either it lowers the value of the limeware platter, or it removes the ones that are easily stolen, you know? Anyway, we got our treasure. Let's go down. I'm casting again. Don't trust it. Not sure where we go after that. Come on, let me... I have to cast it again. Why is there a flying war? It's because Tetra is a very smart Gwar, and she's scripted to follow me when I fly or when I swim. She's very smart. She's a very good girl, and she has lights. She's very shiny too. It's not entirely lore friendly, I give you that, but if you've played around with companion mods, you know companions are often quite a hassle, and Tetra is not. The 9 helpers. Are you sure there's 9 of them? Are you sure? A good friend of mine? What is that? A good friend of mine told me there's only 8. This Talos dude was fake. So I've heard. So I've heard. Are we ready to fight a storm or fire or magma Atronach? Let's find out. We're going to increase our chances by wearing the right weapon, poisoning our blade, and charging our weapon too. We will rest as soon as possible. Interesting, I cannot cast my spell. Got it. We are level 16, so, you know, half a god. However, I've added a number of mods that make it quite a bit challenging. Everything is deleveled, so I mean at level 16 is better, but when you're level 1 and you're fighting blighted creatures and Dremora and Atronachs, well, you spend a lot of time running away. Let's just say that. Enemies follow us, they chase through doors, and combat is a lot harder. Partly because of Morrowind, but mostly because of 4NM combat. The biggest the biggest challenge is that my fatigue goes down very quickly, and every time I'm hit it's -10 fatigue. If I'm overburdened it's even more than that. That means in practical terms that in combat, if I'm kind of tired and I'm hit once, I just drop to my knees and that's game over. There's nothing I can do. Sometimes with a potion I can recover, but really weak. The models, it's true, because when you have them like up close you go like It depends also on the model you have. This one is an older one, so I hear you, Gorbachev, but at the same time I can't fight. I need that little dot there. I know there should be a way to have my crosshair even in third person, so I should look into that. Alright, let's be careful. There's my Atronach. It looks like, I think it's a magma Atronach, and we have a winged twilight. Ideally, if we could fight only one of them, and we're feeling quite hot right now. But I don't want to strip, so there we go. Losing 5 points of athletics is not such a big problem. My charge weapon is... there we go. Who knows, maybe we can actually sneak up on that Atronach. Wouldn't that be good? Let's cowardly wait until it comes back this way. Detra, come here, go. Yup. Not in a hurry to fight, are ya? What the heck, I'm charging. Come on, poison. Work faster. And now my stamina way low. If I get hit, I think I was a little too impatient. Let's find out. Yeah, that hurt. I hear ya. What do I do? Health? Let's do health. And get out of there for a second. And crap, who's that? It's a person, okay. Person is good. Person is good. Let's have a potion. Also, I am not able to drink potion after potion, so in combat that's not great. Let's have more poison, shall we? Are they fighting one another or what? And this thing is attacking me? And it's missing textures? What are you? Well, first of all, you're missing textures, and what the fluff are you? Can't have another potion, that's not good. Panic button. Are they following? They're following the Guar. Come on, Tetra, run, run, run. I'll heal you when we get out of range. And that's where we stop running. I will try to heal you, Tetra, but actually health. I think I might have one of those. I do. Good, good, good. Then I do need one for myself. And then I think it's time to bring out the big guns. You do it, Bone Walker. That's a nasty spell. In the meanwhile, Tetra, can you get healthier? Good. Bone Walker, concentrate on that, yes. Summon creatures are the best. How many charges on that heart? Maybe 1 or 2 more summons. I would really like it if you could get rid of one of them. Oh crap. Are these two fighting each other? I don't know, they seem to be very confused. Stay confused, I like that. Nice graphics, thank you. For the graphics I made it quite simple for myself. I just used mostly Connery's retextures or whatever replacers Morrowind Rebirth had. So I didn't go like, oh, for the grass well, grass is different, but for the pots I have this, for the spoons I have that. It's just one big pack. I do micro replacers as well, but for this install I was like, nah. How about... It's not very good, honestly. I know you're not a greater one, but... And I'm very tired. Yes, yes, Bone Walker. Swinging your arm is not going to kill them, is it? I think the magma one is down. Can we take care of this guy? Seems to be very confused and missing textures, but confused. Let's do that. And then I'll help. Okay, I cannot help. Still don't know what it is, but it's nasty. If you go for every little thing, it's crazy. It can be, but it's also kind of enjoyable. I do like it. Yeah, I do enjoy it, and especially I like to change from one Morrowind install to another. So when I play Rebirth, right now I have Connery's retexture. My permadeath, the previous one I had vanilla textures, enhanced but vanilla. In the previous one I was using mostly Swiveler's retextures. Like, I like to change the look of things. I don't remember when is the last time I saved. Also, it's getting really hot in here. You probably put... Good. you probably put a couple thousand hours into Morrowind back in the day, and you're cured now. That's lucky. I'm still there. I'm still there, and that's not even counting the time I spent modding, like as in making mods. Fortunately, since I started streaming, I have finally balanced the amount of hours I have spent playing the game as opposed to the amount of hours I have spent creating the games. And then there's also the time you spent modding your game, as in just adding the mods. So you still have it installed and you revisit on occasions. Nice, nice. Maybe for you, like I am not a huge fan of Rebirth, but for someone who spends so many hours in the game, Rebirth might be a good idea if you want to revisit and still discover new things. I think Rebirth is really good for someone who's played the crap out of the game once more without repeating things. It's a good one mod alternative to adding 1,000 different quest mods that are probably going to conflict one with the other. Okay, so we're here. We can kill the magma thingy quite easily. It only takes a couple of bone walkers. Easy. However, the guy missing a face texture and a grief texture seems to be crazy. It's a Dremora Marquinaz. And it's crazy strong. This one is an Earth Atronach. I'm not sure I can kill the Dremora, considering it pretty much one-shots me. Still, I'm, you know, curious. I'm spending more time checking tested mod than playing these days. Oh, TR is great. That's another alternative. If you've already spent hours in the game and you loved it, you know, the way it was without mod, and you want more of that, you definitely want to have Tamriel rebuilt. It's what? It's twice the landmass that Morrowind is. Like TR rebuilt goes there. They're still working on that bit, so it's just the landscape, but all of that is more to explore. Yes, I don't think we can kill them. Massive and lore friendly. It's very tempting when you make a mod to add as a reward for your quest a golden glass claymore with 100% attack and an enchantment that fortifies I don't know what with a recall. Like it's so tempting to, oh yeah, I'm gonna make that really cool reward. Tamriel Rebuilt doesn't fall into that at all. It's very vanilla despite being a mod and low friendly. So it's a great achievement. Problem is I simply have no ranged attack or spell. Let's try to get rid of the Earth Atronach again without getting the attention of anybody else. You, Earth Atronach. You like vanilla? I mean, that's the game. That's the game. And I know a lot of people go, oh, I don't know, go Rebirth. Rebirth is so much more than vanilla. Yes, it is, but it's not. Wow, could you, crap, I've been hit. I think it's run out of magicka. At least it's my hope. Go, Bonewalker. I don't think I put the poison yet. Gotcha, gotcha, no! Fatigue, 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 fatigue. I think it's doable. Let's not be tired. Let's get another Bone Walker while we retreat to safety. Come on. Don't attack the Guar. Okay. She's very pretty. OperatorJack dead. Winged Twilight dead. That's quick save there. We are now level 17, however we are pretty tired, so our maximum fatigue is down. Okay, I'm going to save and we're gonna try to take care of that Dremora.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Mazenixis, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Guys, you have 2 minutes to play slots. And earn fake money. That has no other purpose than to play slots. Ah, a few other things. Tetra, how about we take care of you too? Tetra is, as a companion, she would fight for me, but I've added a script that prevents her from fighting. Nice, my lord. Okay. Okay. I should try to use this a little more. And then, I mean, go crazy with the poison for sure. Maybe go for that as well. There it is. There it is. I wish I had like a massive fireball spell. Grail my enemy spell. Wouldn't that be nice? And the entrance is right here. Where's the Dremora? Oh, there it is. There it is. Very, very tired. I promise you will rest as soon as this thing is dead. Damage, strength, untouched. And then I have nothing else that, you know. Blind for 30 seconds, burden, demoralized, sitting. Hey, that could be something. You know, just to give me a little edge. Also, I probably should not start the fight injured. It's just like I feel, since I get hit so quickly and so hard. How long does that last? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Anything else I can... And then some of that. Okay. And then let's make you blind. I hope you're blind. And then let's make me strong. It's a good thing it's super slow. Charm, no. Yes. It's about time I use... Oh yes, it's 12. Have a good time, Prof. I'll be ending soon, one way or another. Have a good day, and I'll see you this weekend, if you're around. Nah, that feels like cheating. Oh yeah, no, that's not happening. Like, it's so slow. If I was melee, if I was not melee, sorry, I could definitely, you know, wear it down. But the moment it goes boom, 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 and no time to react, I guess we'll have to find another way to deal with it.